Greetings, I am Batresh of the House of Wana, matriarch of the Kemet mission at Earth. Here we are at the Alexandria Tech Center, at the year 10 CE. I have been here, in the 1st century CE, at Alexandria, Egypt for 6 years. I have reached the age. You may remember that the Tayamni don't age unless we have been instructed to do so. I won't age any further. This is the first mission I have had that was not in the late 20th century. Now, 6 years later, the mission has not come to fruition. But regardless of that, I am preparing to travel to 1997 to try to prevent Denny's death. The mission to 1997 will be my longest mission yet. I will be there from 97 until September 2014. Then I will return to this exact same time and place. You may know my history, but in case you don't, let me give a little background. I was created and brought to Earth in the 3020s BCE, when both my sister and I were infants. I was brought up to believe I was human, while my sister, Namazu, was sent away at the age of 14 to study military strategy. When I was told about the Tayamni when I was 18, I realized I was not human and that my life was no longer my own. This was a trauma for me. I hated my mother for lying to me my whole life.
There's General Mitri. Can I go to him, Mother?
Yes, dear.
Who is General Mitri?
He is one of Namazu's teachers.
Will Namazu be a soldier?
Yes, she will be a great soldier and fighter.
What will I be?
You will be matriarch, like me, and rule over these lands. When we were 14, Namazu was sent away. She was taught that she was Tayamni. She was my friend, my sister. We grew up together. She grew up very different from me. When will Namazu come back? Namazu has been sent away to learn how to be a warrior. She will be a general like General Mitri. But when will she come back? Namazu will return on your 18th birthday.
But that's 4 years from now. She will forget all about me. No.
And on my 18th birthday, 4 years later, Namazu did return. But for her, she experienced being away for centuries. During that time, she had reached the age. She was a woman of 30, while I was only 18. I didn't know her. 300 years had passed for her. She was in every way a different person. As you can see, my body has aged rapidly. My car will be sent 6,000 years into the future.
How will we find you? Will you know us?
My dear one, I will not know you. And we will have enemies in the future who will wish to kill me. I will unite with the body of an infant male child.
What are you talking about? I've been waiting 4 years. Where is my sister? You said she would be here.
Your sister is here in front of you.
Do you not recognize me?
Do you recognize Amun? You met him as a child. Batresh, it is time you knew. We are not like the Adamu in the village. We have technology. We can fly in ships in the sky. Amun has flown to the moon.
Would you like to go for a trip on a flying ship through the valley?
No. How could my mother do this? Why didn't she tell me?
I seem to always be running away from the truth. As my mother says, she allowed herself to age and die.
Mother, what will become of me now? You are no longer here to protect me.
But before we get into all of that, let's go to my home, here at Alexandria at 10 CE. Here we go. I have to say, considering the different time periods and places I have been, 1st century Alexandria, Egypt feels most like home. Of course, I get to live in a luxurious villa with servants and guards, expensive clothing and jewelry. That might have something to do with why I like it so much. Sorry, I had to take off that heavy jewelry and hymation. These clothes can be quite heavy and hot. I do miss air conditioning. These are my apartments. I live here, just off the atrium at the villa. Let's continue my story. Shortly after my mother's death, I was sent on my first mission. My DNA changed to appear Northern European. I had blonde hair and was given a Southern accent. I was sent to 1962 at Tupelo, Mississippi. At 1962, hate is raging on Earth. I found that people at that time would kill you if your skin was a different color than theirs. All my missions into the future are concerning this hatred. In some ways, it seems as if humanity regresses in the future. At 1962, my primary mission was to save the life of a little 5-year-old boy. Of course, my mother's car is within him. This blonde, blue-eyed little boy carries the soul of my matriarch. Every now and then, I saw a facial expression or a look in his eye that was exactly the same as my mother. Let me show you a few scenes from my first mission. Remember, I will be blonde.
DNA changes gave Batresh blonde hair and pale skin.
I don't even look human anymore.
Daddy said I can't play with dolls.
How did I suddenly know to do this?
Jerry slid his mouth hungrily across her lips, face, and neck.
We have footage of the Tlaloc base on an asteroid orbiting Sol 2. It is already fully developed. These two men don't contribute significantly. Tie them up and put them in the trunk.
Get back to your stations. Fire at any and all Tlalocs you can find.
Here we are in the entrance to the main house. This is the altar to the family's primary god, Hades. The Antonius make most of their money from gold and silver mines. Since gold and silver mines are deep within the earth, Hades represents their interests. Let's go to the dining room. Apparently, we will have a group of friends here for dinner tonight. Now, let's talk about my second mission. I was sent to St. Louis, Missouri in winter. I had never experienced winter. It was quite a shock. In 1977, we find the little 5-year-old boy is now a young man of 19. The young man's name is Denny. While I work to protect him, I must make sure he has no idea of who I really am. In 1977, he is in college. Whereas in my first mission, the biggest danger to Denny was his own father, on my second mission, the Pahakas have organized to remove Denny from the timeline. Also, I begin to work with a group of Taiyamni nuns called the Sisters of Saint Hypatia. Now, let's take a look at some scenes from my second mission.
Batresh arrives at her second mission, late at night, on a cold winter night in January 1977. She has never experienced winter before. We have to teach him about the goddess.
Shh, be quiet. Don't tell the whole goddamn world. You two better get hold of yourselves. Denny's starting classes this week.
And then Batresh saw him. He was so pretty that at first she thought he was female. Then she saw him more fully. There he was. The little boy she'd known at 1962 was now a young man of 19.
Denny is surprised to find that the Sisters of Saint Hypatia have given him a full scholarship to Fontainebleau College. He will study mathematics and computer science. He will decide to give up his plans to become a professional singer, as well as any thoughts of being openly gay or transitioning to female.
Why don't you smoke? You are so boring.
It makes me cough.
Patakas hybrids are beginning to look more human. At the same time, they are beginning to understand Denny's significance to the timeline.
What did you just do?
You asked for proof, I gave you proof.
You sent me a telepathic image of someone rehearsing on the stage of Powell Hall.
That is the young man I am here to protect. Can you help me?
Didn't you just command me to help you? Could I refuse if I wanted to?
Probably not.
Batresh has another romantic relationship during her second mission and goes to her first symphonic concert.
Queen Victoria stood and proclaimed, "We are not amused."
I love this.
And Denny falls under the protective wing of a human man, Bob Miller. And here we are at the library in the Antonius Villa. We spend a lot of time here. We bring philosophers and politicians here to strategize. And of course, during my second mission at St. Louis, Namazu and Jerry were busy at Kataru managing refugee camps. We are all now the forgotten, the unwanted. We are refugees. Our home worlds no longer exist. No one is going to save us.
You are moving dangerously close to other vessels in orbit. Withdraw or multiple collisions will result.
I do not want to do this, but I must! Anurians will not become refugees on an alien planet!
You're going to get your pretty diplomat's uniform all dirty walking around in refugee camps.
If you would approve my request for clothes and supplies, I wouldn't have to wear this pretty uniform all the time.
The Ankida Strip is constantly moving toward the colder side. This camp should be moved further south.
It's already too cold for reptilians.
Why haven't these people been processed? They need medical care!
And this is Cleopatra Celine's room here at the Antonius Villa. You know, she is Mark Antony's daughter. She is his daughter with Cleopatra VII. When I first arrived at Alexandria, Amun surprised me by explaining that my DNA had always been the exact same as Cleopatra Celine's daughter, who was also called Batresh. Apparently, the elders using the Jovian temporal portal had always known that I would be a part of this mission in the 1st century CE. Now, I understand why I was brought up to believe I was human. So, in a sense, I have two mothers, the matriarch Meket and Cleopatra Celine. Cleopatra Selina's actual daughter was killed in a chariot accident, but the night of her death, I was put in her place. The Taimani didn't murder her daughter, they just didn't prevent her death. Let's go out to the upper Aetherion. Here we are on the upper Aetherion, sort of an elevated deck. It is much cooler out here. We are close to the harbor, so we get the sea breeze. My third mission was to 1988. In that mission, I accompanied Denny on his singing group's tour of Europe. There, we experienced multiple threats on his life. Also, the Dusmanu continue their swath through planets at the Perseus transit. We encounter some of the same societies as before, the Ankara, the Tlalocs, the Chava, and of course the Pupakas, both hybridized and non-hybridized. We find the Dusmanu change their strategy from destroying planets outright to taking their resources. At 1988, Denny is a man of 31. He quit his job as a computer programmer and is singing countertenor. Also, my DNA was changed dramatically for the mission. My hair was red, not dyed red, but genetically red. Also, my skin was lighter. I even had freckles. I think you will agree, with my baby fat, very young face, red hair and freckles, this was not a good look for me. Let's take a look at scenes from my third mission.
Batresh hid her shuttle under an overpass in the abandoned Inwood Park in northern Manhattan. She was waiting for her contacts to meet her and take her into the city. This was always a scary part of the missions for her.
Actually, being here in New York City is very different than downloaded memories. Being here, I can feel the energy, the drive of the people who live here.
Oh! I would never have recognized you. Have you seen our boy?
Not yet.
At first, Batresh thought it was a woman singing on stage. Then, she saw there were no breasts. Slowly, she realized this was Denny, now a 31-year-old man.
Videro omnes fines te salvare nostri, jubilate Deo omnis terra.
Batresh got a job with the early music singing group Denny was performing in. She would manage costumes and sets. Now, she would travel with him during their European tour.
Batresh would be the only woman in the group. Leaving from the famous TWA terminal at JFK Airport in New York City, their first stop would be Finland. After that, Poland and Sicily.
The Potekas hybrids are now indistinguishable from humans. But the Perseus transit, the Dosmamnu, continue to destroy planets. Now they attack Enkar 4.
Welcome to the floating city of Sipar, the capital of the Kataru Alliance. Namazu, you and Bossmat can orbit Enkar to protect against the Dusmanu weapon.
All surviving Tlaloc military have pledged ourselves to the Alliance.
It looks as if Kataru, the capital planet of the Alliance, will be next on the Dusmanu menu. In 2 weeks, I will leave for my 4th mission. Let's take a look. Here I am at 1997, at the entrance to Pacific Gas and Electric Company. Denny gets a job here, so I do too. I will be a regulatory analyst. 1996, just last year, was the height of the AIDS crisis. Of course, New York City, where Denny lived for 10 years, and San Francisco, where he lives now, are hit hardest. At New York City, while I was there with Denny, I felt the fear in the gay community. I felt their horror. The organization ACT UP gave them a sense of hope. But at San Francisco, I felt something different. I felt a sense of grace, a sense of inevitability, but with hope and grace. At San Francisco, it was as if I could feel Anubis. I could almost see him walking through the streets, chanting his prophecy, and inviting the souls of gay men who have died to join him on his journey to do it. When Denny discovered he was HIV positive, he had a breakdown. So he creates an LGBT country band called Denny Shields and the Out Band. Denny becomes excited and happy about life again. The biggest danger to Timeline 496 is Denny's suicide. I am here to prevent that. Now, let's look at a few scenes from my 4th mission.
I spent yesterday among the first ones. I have cleared the vision of those who see. I have opened the circle of darkness. I am one with them. I know those who live in the holy place, and those who took the harpoon of death. He of the cloth will transform himself into woman. He will become she, the Holy One. He will become she, the High Priestess of men.
Commander Namazu Uwana, how may I help you?
As you can see, we live quite differently than you.
Depressed, HIV positive, and alone, Denny's greatest threat is himself.
I'm Denny Shields, and this is the Out Band.
I want to talk about Nanshe. Welcome to the Taka City Hoverbike Races. Place your bets. Cheer your favorites.
Well, if you want us to feel a part of the Alliance, give us a homeworld.
Sipar is currently being evacuated. New arrivals must depart by Sesgadu 7. If I understand, you are offering a force of 100,000 Patakas to create a fleet to join our alliance.
Our gods have abandoned us. We are at the mercy of our enemies.
Who is picking us up? One of the sisters. She'll be in a grey hatchback. Welcome to the first meeting of the Parliament of the Tyamni Alliance, consisting of 9 member species.
I am M. Keshur. I will escort you to the Sutrezi. We begin shortly.
Welcome to the Orion Spur Parliament building. General Assembly is beginning now. Why was the matriarch so angry? These humans are her pet project. I am Batresh Uwana, matriarch of the Kemet mission at Earth. Since Musara is to become the head of the Orion Spur Alliance, we are questioning the importance of mission.
I am here to defend the Earth mission. The Adamu at Earth are 80% Tyamni now. Yet, they remain under threat. Thank you for taking this journey with me on the missions I have had so far. I hope to see you again on another mission to the future or to the past. See you soon!